Well. I paid $152 about half an hour ago. Isn't exactly an Anderson plug, but it works. $50 plug. Good enough leads, not too bad leads. And yeah, I got an auto electrician to put that in. That goes direct to the battery. I can't really open the hood because of the wind, but it has what's called a maxi fuse, which is a bloody fuse. It's honestly, it's like friggin' 1.5 inches wide or something. It's frickin' enormous. And under that trim there, that the door, you can see the little one there that the screw goes in. That's where your door closes against that plastic trim. And he's basically, your black negative there actually goes, I don't know if you'll be able to see it. Basically it's on the back of that seat mount in there. Yeah, there you go. So that's the negative. The positive goes in through that trim. I think it goes through that other panel here. Actually goes right inside the fender and then comes back out again. And the long and short of it is, it's a beautiful, clean, not messed up job to get a nice big heavy cable in here for a dual battery system. Woo! Now of course I'll have this plug going to the battery switchover shenanigan, and then off the battery itself I'll have a charge controller, probably to an 80-watt panel or whatever panel I can get on here. I'll have to go into my electronics joint and we'll see what we can get. We could easily put two 40-watters here. I don't know if an 80-watter will fit. An 80-watter may well fit, maybe even a 120-watter, but it'd be sitting on the... But I'd rather just have an 80-watter or something that doesn't go too far. And, you know, I can have, maybe a little bit of wood with a bit of, you know, that sponge foam tape. So I can just sort of plonk it on here and it doesn't mess with the gear stick or whatever. And it just sits there on the dash and charges up during the day. If it's not already charging off the dual battery system coming from the main battery. So you'll have that plug wired into, it's basically a relay box that switches over at 13.7 volts. That's then wired to your 100, 120, whatever amp hour battery. It may have a little bit of a restriction. I'm not too worried because, you know, the cable itself is at least 20 amp cable because that's what I specified. If not an actual 50 amp cable, because he said I'm going to put a nice heavy cable through. And yeah, so anyway, that's what we got, and now we've got to start working on the rest of all this back here. I have had different thoughts involving putting a ceiling in here, and you see I've got these little handles here, and well, never mind weighing things off for here, but you've still got a rim and a place to put a slot and another rim, so you can stick in a little tongue piece that you probably, too much sunlight on this side, but something that'll sit on there, drop probably down to here, back up again. And I can also get some nice grey duct tape and possibly tape between the trim here, and I'm really thinking of putting core flute plastic in the top here, all through it. Reflectix, core flute plastic sitting on there, the joins all covered up with duct tape, even, you know, along the trim, along the top of the window, duct tape to it. I've got a certain sort of duct tape that I can get that's pretty It's like the cloth duct tape. I don't really want to cover it in all that crap, but I think if I do everything in grey duct tape, core flute, the whole lot, it will come out fairly nice. I do need to cut out some little panels and have some clear plastic for where these will be. Something that's flexible enough that I can still manage to turn on and off. But anyway, that's where we're at. First of all, I've got to go buy other stuff as well, and I've got to sort of probably just work on all the bed and that to the meantime, because I still need to get extra plugs and leads for the laundry system I've been farting around with. So I'm going to need a few things, and I want to sort of get a list of more things I need than just a bit of core flute before I go charging into town again.